Hello and welcome back to the Private Label Masters YouTube channel. My name is Tim. I'm a top Amazon private label seller. And in this video, we're gonna talk about a hot topic, negative reviews. We're gonna touch on three things in this video. We're gonna touch on why is it important to manage negative reviews? We're gonna touch on second, how do you go about matching up a negative review with its order so you can go out and contact that reviewer? And finally, number three, what type of system should you have in place to manage negative reviews over the long haul? If that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned to the video. All right, you guys, negative reviews. It's a part of life when selling on Amazon. If you're a new seller or you're not quite into the market or you're a seasoned seller, you know that whenever those negative reviews come in, you die a little bit inside, don't you? So how do we take care of those? Why is it important to take care of those negative reviews and how do we go about doing it, okay? Well, as a customer, you and I both know, we go onto Amazon.com, we go to buy something. There are a whole host of things we look at, right? We look at the pictures, we look at the details, the description, but most important, we look at reviews. When I go onto Amazon and I'm looking at a product, I scroll all the way down to the negative reviews. I make sure to check out what they're saying so I can see, is this gonna be an issue for myself? And no doubt you probably do the same. Most buyers in general do that exact same thing. So if we want our product to have the best opportunity at succeeding, we wanna limit the negative reviews as much as possible. Sometimes it's a misunderstanding, sometimes they had a faulty product, you never know. There are a ton of reasons why you can get a negative review. So the next question is, how do I go about matching a negative review to its order so that I can then go out and contact that purchaser and hopefully make amends? Now, there used to be different software tools such as AMZ Fire, which is no longer in business, Feedbackwhiz, and other ones, which made it very simple for you to be able to match any negative reviewer to the order number. But now Amazon did not like this. And that's because as a reviewer, they wanted to make sure that you were anonymous when leaving a review on an item. Keep the marketplace on the up and up. And these different tools made it so that no reviewer was anonymous, even if they wanted to be. So recently, Amazon has reached out to different tools that have access to their API, third-party tools such as, like we said, AMZ Fire, Feedbackwhiz, all sorts of different ones, and they are asking them to remove any feature that matches up negative reviews in any way, okay? So with those features gone, how are we going to do it? All right, that's a big question that many people are wondering as we speak. Now again, remember, we used to be able to match every single one. Now we're gonna be able to match, I would say, about 50% of them. And I'm gonna show you a quick tip on how to do that, okay? So let's jump on the computer and I'll show you. So here we are on Amazon and we're checking out this Rehut yoga mat. Now pretend that's your brand, Rehut. What do customers do? You see this one has 4 stars, okay? It's at 4.2, and if your rating gets to 4.3, your star rating will show 4.5 stars, okay? So just removing a few negative reviews could be huge in the overall sales of your product, right? 4-star versus 4.5 star is huge. And the amount of reviews that you need to get as opposed to just removing one negative review is tremendous, okay? So how do we go about matching them up? So let's go down here to the reviews. Here we are, 2,567 reviews. Now let's sort by 1 star, and here we go, okay? So when looking at which 1-star reviews to look for first, I try to look at the ones that are top rated. These are ones that have a lot of upvotes and that oftentimes are showing on the front page within your listing when you scroll down to see the reviews, all right? After you hit those ones that are top rated, then I would sort it by most recent. The most recent ones, you have the highest likelihood of having them perhaps change their review because these are ones who just left it. If you can catch them right away, there's a good chance that they might switch the review. Now, if you're talking to someone who's 4 months ago, they've already thrown away the product, they have no use for it, it's gonna be a lot harder to convince them to change their review, okay? So as we look here in the reviews, we notice they have different pen names. Now, this is a pen names. S. Smith, Nutrition Guru, Brett East, Brooke, Valerie, Badger Chili, right? And you'll see that some of these are full names, like this one, Yinan Lee, and like this one was Brett East, Brooke, maybe not so much, Valerie. And we scroll down here, here's another one. It looks like a full name and a partial of a name, okay? So after you find out what their pen name is, we're looking for ones that have full names if possible, okay? You will take that full name and then you're gonna go into a tool I like to use, which is Feedbackwhiz, all right? This is the email follow-up software that I recommend to all my students, that I recommend here on the channel. And this allows you to be able to store your orders very easily, okay? So let's grab a pen name. For example, let's say the person's pen name was Haley something, okay? And she left it in the middle of November. So how do we go about hopefully narrowing it down and finding Haley and her order so that we can contact her? So once you're at Feedbackwhiz, you're going to go to the Orders tab, okay? Once you're in the Orders tab, we want to narrow it down, all right? So if she left it mid-November, most likely she made the purchase within 1 to 2 months prior to that date, okay? So that's what we're gonna focus our search efforts on. So let's go down here to exact dates. Go to October 1st. If she left this mid-November, then let's go over to November 28th or so. Next thing we're gonna do is go down to the search different features here, and we're going to go to buyer name, okay? Now let's either copy and paste that pin name over into Feedbackwhiz, or we're just gonna type it out, okay? So I only have the first name of this customer. We're gonna go to type in Haley, then we're gonna click search. And there you go, right? It has both of the times a Haley purchased. Now you're gonna know which product they purchased, okay? And you're gonna be able to sort here, was it the battery or was it the wireless optical mouse, okay? We know that we found her pen name on the wireless optical mouse, okay? So here she is, this is Mrs. Haley. So what do we do next? Well, we can email her right from Feedbackwhiz, okay? How you do that is you hit this check mark box right here. You have the drop down menu here, and then we have send email. Simple, then we have it. We can set out a certain template that we'd like to use to reach out to all our negative reviewers. Click it and send it. That's it. You see how simple and automated this can be. Now in that email, I recommend not referencing them changing their review, okay? Amazon does not like it. They view it as review manipulation. If you are going out there and you're saying, hey, can you change your review? They do not like that. So your best option, your best bet to getting them to change the review is making them happy, okay? And hopefully by doing that, they will go in on their own and change that product review. I always reach out to them. I say something along the lines of, I'm sorry that the product didn't meet your standards. We treat all of our customers like family, and we want to make it up to you. Is your current address still correct? And I leave it there. This gives them an opportunity to reply and say, yeah, the address is correct, or no, this is a different address, or don't even worry about it. But usually they will respond and say, yes, this is my current address. We say, great, we want to ship you a complimentary product. You can expect it in a couple days. And you shoot that out to them. Our deepest, sincerest apologies, okay? Very simple, it's a two-step process. You reach out to them, you apologize, you say, hey, is the address on file still correct? We'd love to send you a complimentary item. They write back, they say, yes, it is. Then you can respond to that. We'll get that out to you in just a few days. Sorry about the hassle. We treat all of our customers like family, and it's taken care of, all right? Now, I personally have seen quite a few people change their reviews to a positive review after they get it, all right? Because they've already shown the awareness, right, to go and leave the negative review. A lot of times they'll show the awareness to go and change that once you've made them satisfied, okay? Now on a side note, I've talked about this book before. It's called Raving Fans, okay? Raving Fans, A Revolutionary Approach to Customer Service. Now the gist of this book is there's regular customer service, and then there's like a customer service that will build you raving fans. Pretend you are that customer, okay, who got a faulty product or whatever, and you left the negative review, and you're just unhappy, okay? What would make you happy? Now take whatever that is and 10x that, and that's what you should do for every single one of your negative reviewers. Now let's look at another feature that Feedbackwhiz has that really helps to manage your negative reviews, okay? Now when you get a negative product review, they send you an email, and it looks something like this. Here we go into my emails. Here it is, a negative product review. Of course, I gotta blur a few things out, but you get the gist of the idea. So right away, you are hit almost real time with an email that shows when a negative or neutral product review came in. That way, it gives you an opportunity to quickly address their needs. So after a negative product review email like this comes in from me using Feedbackwhiz, what do? I click this link, View Amazon Review Link. This takes me to the review. I can check the pin name and see if there's any identifying names or full names or partial names that I can then plug into Feedbackwhiz and hopefully find their order so I can send that first email out. Again, I recommend making a template for that email so it's really quick and efficient. Now onto the third part of this video. What kind of system should you put in process when dealing with negative reviews? So I delegate this out to a virtual assistant. I used to do it myself, so I got very acquainted with the process, and then I delegated it out to somebody else, because as you grow your Amazon business, you're gonna wanna delegate as much simple tasks like these as possible, because time is money. So what I would recommend is you yourself or your virtual assistant going and looking at all of your products and specifically the negative reviews that are top rated, all right? We wanna get those out of there because those are the first ones that people are looking at. Some of those have some terrible pictures of some bad features of your product or something that broke. We wanna get those out of there. So focus on the top rated reviews first that are showing up on your listing as you scroll down on that front page, okay? Reach out and email each one of them. What I like to do is to have twice a week, my virtual assistant go out there and contact negative reviewers. So now that all of the top rated negative reviewers have been hit, now it's time to start systematically going through each one of your products and contacting all the negative reviews that have been left. Using that feature in Feedbackwhiz where we can check the order name, find it, do a little bit of Sherlock Holmes, the situation to find out their review, send them that email, which I recommend, again, making a template so it's really quick and easy. Do this twice a week. If you have a lot of products like myself and you have a lot of work to do, you can do this twice a week. Or if you're a new seller, maybe you only have one item, you may be able to do this more often. Eventually, you're gonna get caught up with all of the negative reviews. You're gonna have sent an email to every single one of them. Then you need to make sure that whenever new negative product reviews come in, when you get that email, every few days, you go in and you bust out all of those ones too. Messaging them and taking care of them as if you want to build a raving fan base. Treat them like family and they will reciprocate that, and many of them will remove their negative reviews, okay? So again, hit those top rated ones first. Then go systematically through the most recent ones in each of your products. And then start making sure you're paying attention to every single email that comes in through Feedbackwhiz and doing that process. Write a simple template that goes with every single one of your products so that click, send an email is super quick through Feedbackwhiz. Now, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, but remember, it's not okay to be an average Amazon seller when you can be a master, and the way you do that is by checking out these videos. Now, what I just told you is already higher level than what the large majority of Amazon sellers do when it comes to taking care of their business. But did you know there is another level above this when it comes to taking care and getting negative product reviews deleted? If you're interested in that, make sure to check out the full Private Label Masters course where I show you what level 10 is when it comes to getting rid of negative reviews. All right, thank you again for checking out this video. I hope it brought a lot of value to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.